chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here's Portland. And Lillard kicks to Batum. Here's Paxson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And now it's a 9-point Chicago lead.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Aldridge slams it in. Now, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Pippen for three. Portland grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound in this one.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Out of this world aerial skills for a guy of his size.
Kevin, that's what separates him from some of the other point guards around the league. The ability to rise and throw it now.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that spurs them on. Maybe sparks a little bit of a comeback here.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It goes on Horace Grant.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Corzine, he's checked in for Cartwright. Sellers comes in for Pippen. And Vincent subbed in for Paxson. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Hodges checked in for Michael Jordan.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time. Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
So he gets them both. Trailblazers trail by 5. Dishes it to Aldridge. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
And Lillard gets double-teamed into Lopez. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Some nice numbers in this one for Lopez. 10 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
Yeah, he's really been mixing it up in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work for them.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Aldridge. Flalo comes in for McCollum, and Steve Blake is subbed in for Lillard. The shot by Corzine, no good. And here's Portland. They're on a 13-5 run here. There's a screen. Here's Blake. Corzine defending. Batum wide open. He fires. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Chicago leading. Sellers passes to Hodges. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Hodges has got 10 points.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it. Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes to Vincent. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Shot on the wing. Count the bucket. He's got 7.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Leonard with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shot is blocked. Here's Hodges. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they... Trailblazers trail by 5. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Filling out the wings, it's Matthews and Batum. And it's Lillard in at the 1. And that one's good. Lopez has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Trailblazers. Here comes Jordan. Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Great. And he bangs it home with one hand. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Lopez kicks to Matthews. Connects from three-point range.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
The drive by Jordan, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Tries again, and Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got 17 points here in the second half.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Lillard outside. The feed to Matthews. And Lillard kicks to Matthews. Back to Lillard. The three-pointer, no good. The Bulls leading by 4. Deflects the pass and stolen by Lillard. Feeds to Batum. And it's good. Fought through contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now. Be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
And thank you, Doris. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Lillard dishes to Lopez. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 9th assist in the game now. Clark, plenty of drama in this one so far.
And I would not be surprised if it goes right down to the buzzer.
The shot's good from Paxson.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Paxson against Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Batum. No good. Great D that time from Jordan. Paxson kicks to Pippen. Soft touch off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Well, and that usually leads to a win. I mean, this is just very efficient offense that we're seeing tonight.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
You look at what Lillard has done so far. 9 points and 9 assists. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
Yeah, just on the strength of his defense alone, he would have stood out, but his offense has been outstanding as well. Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Lopez passes to Aldridge. That's good. Aldridge has got 25 points.
They'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential that they're going to pull this game out.
Pass to Paxson. Fires for 3, and the basket good. Paxson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Bulls.
I give him credit. He didn't have much confidence going in the first half, but he's picking up the pace here.
Lopez dishes to Aldridge. Grant gets the rebound. Grant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jordan, the shot's good on the assist by Pippen. And that's now 27 points for Michael Jordan.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams. Unbelievable basket. What a huge height disadvantage. I thought for sure it would be blocked.
Not this fella, Steve. Not at this stage of the game. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Right side Aldridge. Lopez inside. He's guarded by Cartwright. Aldridge. Good.
What a beautiful play inside, using that height advantage to just lay the ball up and in when they really needed a basket.
Here's Paxson. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Bulls lead by 6.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Lillard's gone 5 of 12 shooting from the floor. From downtown, Lillard with the block. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And John Paxson good for 3. Paxson's got 16 here in the second half.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Banked in off the glass. Aldridge has got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
Chicago leading by 5. The drive by Jordan. Banked in off the glass.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Here's Lillard.
Ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
And Jordan gets it to go.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Matthews, no one around him. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And they go to the intentional foul. Lopez with the steal.
That's a tough connection to make right there. I mean, that's asking an awful lot of the receiver to make that catch. Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter, work it good, and they might as well milk it while they're hot.
He kicks it to Lopez. Money!
And that shot sucked the life out of the whole building.
Well, that was a big one, Clark. You can hear it.
Yeah, that was a gut punch right there. These fans, oh, man, they're struggling. Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And he is unable to get the second one. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Batum passes to Matthews. Aldridge inside. He's against Cartwright. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from Aldridge. Now here's Jordan. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 3. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
With this much time remaining, they should be able to get themselves a decent shot at the basket. Still, a contested 3 is never an easy shot.
Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.